know that we spoke about brain training, and so the ways to acquire
Mm-hmm.
and getting something to happen. And so, did you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, and I'll see if anything else comes in. So
Hmm.
I love this idea that we can work through and like train our bodies, just like we do nervous system regulation. We're training our nervous system to feel safe, to feel relaxed, to shift into that calm parasympathetic nervous system, right?
Hmm.
And so, just like we were saying, we get stuck in these beliefs. And so, I love this idea of like brain training teaching us like how we already have it around us. And so this was something I was working on with money is I feel like I get stuck in the beliefs of how money has to come in, how I can receive it. And so when I got that message, it was like, no, like let me actually train my brain on all kinds of different ways that I can receive something. And you see this a lot with like abundance exercises is make a list of all the ways that you're already abundant
Hmm.
and it just helps you like release those restrictions. And so literally I was making a list and I was like, someone could set a bag of cash on my front porch. Like I could open the mailbox and have a random check. I could have a rich family member I didn't know like die and leave me a fortune. I could win the lottery. And I was literally just making a list of all the most outlandish ways that I could receive money. Literally on there was the crows could bring it to me because like crows bring coins and trinkets. And some people
Yeah,
have trained their crows to bring them like bills. And I was like, the
amazing.
crows could bring it to me. I think I have crows here. I don't even know. But it was just one of those things. It was like, make it fun, shift your brain, shift
Mm,
the way that the parameters, release the parameters and our brain works in truths and evidence, right? And
mhm,
so you have to show your brain evidence of a new belief or evidence that the belief that you hold is not true, or like, puncture it, if you will, and kind of pop the bubble. And then it's like, oh, okay, then it's open to a new belief once you show it the holes and the weaknesses and the way that it's not true. And
yeah.
so I use brain training exercises just like that to shift into what I want my belief to be
Hmm.
and releasing, those restrictions and those parameters that we as humans have of how things can come to us
Mm,
in order to let more magic into my life.
that's good.
Yeah. But your
You can
brain
do that
has to
with,
have proof. So,
yes, you can do that with anything. You can do it with
oh yeah.
manifesting whatever you want and
Mhm.
how it can come into you,
Yeah.
come to you.
Yep.
And you can also do it with gratitude, things that you're thankful for to bring more gratitude into your life.
Oh,
Just
for
make a list
sure.
of all the
That's a
things.
huge practice. And while you're doing this work, not only is it showing you what you already have around you,
Mm-hmm.
but it's getting you in the frequency of that. So if
Mm,
you're making a gratitude list, it's putting you in the frequency of gratitude because now all of a sudden you're thinking, oh, yeah, I am so grateful for that. Oh, I do love that. I am so grateful. So you're raising your vibration, you're getting into that frequency, and now you're a match to receive more of that.
mm-hmm.
So it brings more gratitude. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
making a list of abundance, guess what? If you're feeling abundant while you're making your list of abundance, you're
Mm-hmm.
going to be attracting more abundance because
Mm-hmm.
you're a frequency match.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like placing the order. You can do this. Like I would recommend doing this brain training exercise and then placing your order when you're in that
Hmm.
frequency of gratitude and abundance
Yeah.
and letting go of how it's going to happen.
Yeah. And if you're a person who doesn't stay in a high vibration, then you need to do this work every day in order to
Yeah.
raise yourself back up. And
Yes.
so, in the work that I've done, I've realized some people need that extra step and some people
Mhm.
don't. If people are always curating their life, they're a high vibe person, they're being very conscientious of what is around them and what they let in. They don't necessarily have to forcefully stay in that state because they're already
Mhm.
there. But
Mhm.
if you're not
Mhm.
that person, you're going to have to work harder to stay in that higher frequency in order to be a
Mhm.
match for it and raise your vibration in order to receive it.
Mhm.
And that is
Yeah.
why most people get caught in that step five, step six, where we're tested, we're
Mhm.
initiated,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden something uncomfortable comes up and we go right back to our old ways
Mhm.
because we don't have the practice, we don't have the training, we don't have the routines in order to stay in that higher place.
Yeah,
We fall
that's
quicker, if
right.
that makes sense.
It does. I also think it's good to grow our own awareness around what our triggers are that bring our energy down, because I think it's
Mhm.
normal for our energy to peak and dip every throughout the day because
Yeah.
so many things happen that are out of our control
Hmm.
and that can trigger us. And so if you're aware, if you can be aware and give yourself permission for your energy to go up and down
Yeah.
and to say, well, that triggered me. That's a trigger. I don't need to stay. It's okay to feel this way.
Hmm.
And I feel the quickest and easiest way to shift your energy is to acknowledge what you're feeling. Don't try and ignore it and push it away. If you can acknowledge I'm feeling frustrated or mad or whatever, and just let yourself feel it.
Yeah.
And then it will dissipate quicker.
It's all just an energy. And when it comes up, it's because it wants to come out.
Yes.
So if you can just let it come out in a
Mhm.
safe space in a way that is feels good for you to release it once and for all, that's all it wants. But the
Yes.
problem is when we push it back down, when we suppress it, it keeps coming up over and
Mhm.
over and over again because it doesn't want to be there. It wants to come out.
Yeah.
So then you just keep feeling this over and over, and this cycle just keeps coming up, and you keep getting triggered over and over and over again, and you push it back down. All it wants to do is come out. And it's
Mhm.
so interesting to me that the times that I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and deal with this. It's
Mhm.
it's a heavier
Mhm.
emotion. It's something I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of pushing it down. I'm just gonna sit and deal with it.
Mhm.
It takes like 2 minutes. It's
I
not even a
know,
long process. It's the same thing
right?
like when you put something off over and over and over again and you keep procrastinating and you finally
Yeah.
go to do it and you're like, are you kidding me? That was it? Like, why did I spend so long putting that off? It's it because it wants to come out. It will assist you in coming out. That is what it wants. It's actually harder for you to push it down and not deal with it and keep pushing it down than to just let it out and let it be and be
Mhm.
finished with it.
Mhm. Yes. And I get reminded of this every time I clean my bathroom. I'm like, why did I put it off for so long? It really doesn't take that long.
It
Like,
doesn't. Does it?
and I feel so much better now it's done, and now I
Yeah.
don't not bothered by it anymore.
There's an account I follow. I think it's on Facebook. And she's like making herself do these things, and she's like, deep clean my bathroom, like reorganize my such and such. And she times herself and she goes all into it. And she's like, I've been putting this off for 3 years. And she's like, that took 17 minutes. It's just
Yeah.
like, but I love it because that is it. That's an incredible practice of just making yourself do it and having that discipline, but realizing like we build stuff up so much and it's like
Yeah.
just actually do it. It's not that hard. It doesn't take that
Mhm.
long. It doesn't feel as scary as we think it's going to feel, but we've
Mhm.
built it up so much by avoiding it
Yeah.
that now it's this huge scary thing. It's actually not. Just do it. It takes
Mhm.
5 minutes. You're done.
Mhm. Mhm. It's true. It's very true. And the more you can do that and release whatever it is that's stuck, it shifts, it helps that this is what helps regulate your nervous system
Mm-hmm.
and brings in that calm and that peace and that clarity into your life.
Oh yeah.
And like I mentioned before, I've been doing a lot of work on this over the last, well, forever I've been trying to do it, but like I feel
Yeah.
like things have been really
It
intense
never
over the
stops.
last few months, right? And it's weird how everything else just kind of relaxes as well. Like in my mind, I could see, I mean, we've been living in this house for 8 years. And this morning I'm like, I can put this over there and this over there. And then that's going to flow so much easier. Why didn't I think of that before? But it's because my brain has released stuff that's been looping and has
Mm-hmm.
been taking up space in there that I
Yep.
can then see things more clearly that are just every day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, we
Yeah.
have. like a limited brain capacity.
Mm.
And I think it's something like, I'm going to butcher these numbers, but I want to say it's something like 80,000 thoughts per second come into our brain. Obviously,
Mm.
we're not thinking 80,000
Mm-mm.
thoughts per second.
Mm-mm.
But like you said, this brain loop, these things,
Mm.
like our brain has systems for trying to make sure we don't forget something. So it
Mm-hmm.
loops it around over and over and over again. And that is taking up space. That
Mm-hmm.
is taking up energy,
Mm-hmm.
thought energy
Mm-hmm.
that some of us don't have any extra
Right.
capacity for.
Yeah.
But it just keeps looping around and around. And so I use the brain dump method. I don't know if you've ever
Mm-hmm.
heard of this, but when
Yeah.
I am feeling overwhelmed with thoughts, like I will literally take a piece of paper and I just dump it all. It's not
Yep.
grammatically done, it's not even in
Doesn't
straight
matter.
lines. I just literally dump everything out. And it is amazing the calm and the peace that I feel in my
Yeah.
mind after
And
I do
breathe
that
again.
method and just get it out on paper. And it is like, holy crap.
Right?
It's
It's very true.
amazing. And then that opens that space up for more ideas, more creativity, all these things. And now all of a sudden you're seeing stuff in your home differently. And you're like, oh, like, that's really cool. I could do this. I could do this. But before
Mm-hmm.
you didn't have any room for that.
Mm-mm. No, that's right. And it's so important for everyone, I think, to brain dump
Hmm.
on paper, or if you want to do it on the computer, wherever it
Yeah.
is, just get it out of your head.
Hmm.
And if that's one piece of advice that I could give anyone, it's not
Yeah.
woo-woo, it's just, something that will help relieve um, the chaos in our mind. And that chaos creates anxiety,
Oh,
and
yeah, for sure.
and it
Yeah.
dysregulates us. So,
But it's so funny. Like, as you were saying that, I was like, that's what emotions want too.
yes.
Like how good we feel after we brain dump
Yeah.
just for that few minutes, right? When it's clear and
Hmm.
it's empty,
Hmm.
that is what our bodies want for releasing energy and emotions. And
Yes.
that's how good it feels too. The second you get it out, you're like, oh, that feels so
Mhm.
good.
And you can also do that brain dump technique, that writing technique with emotions too.
Hmm.
And write about your emotions and write about how
Hmm.
you're feeling. It doesn't have to make sense. Like our emotions aren't logical, so they
No.
don't ever make sense.
Yeah.
So if you want to just write whatever you're feeling out onto a piece of paper,
Hmm.
that's going to help you release it too. And it's going to
Hmm.
help bring, if you're stuck on something, it's going to help you get
Yeah.
unstuck from it.
I
Mm.
love talking mine out loud, and
Mm.
I haven't really learned yet the differences between writing and speaking out loud because I know that they are
Mm.
significant. And some
Mm.
people will swear when they're manifesting that you should write things down, and some people will swear that you should say things out loud. I find
Mm.
both of them to be very beneficial for me.
Yes.
But there's some times when I just love saying things out loud. And it's funny because I do this a lot with emotions. I'll just say them out loud. And you
Mhm.
realize how ridiculous they sound.
Give me an example.
So the other day, this was Monday. I was filled with frustration. I got caught in this like endless technology glitch loop on a website. I was trying to get something done. It was on my to-do list. I literally got stuck in this loop and had to like figure out how to get a hold of this online tech support to help me out. So I was just filled with frustration.
Mm.
And I knew at that moment I could choose to feel something different, but I also knew I needed to get that energy out of my body.
Mhm.
And so I was just like, I can't sit at this desk. I can't sit in this office. All I can think about is how frustrated I am. And I just want to just get up and move it out. And the second I got in my car and started driving away, and I was saying it out loud, I'm so frustrated. And this stupid app and blah, 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 blah. And like I was just saying it out loud. And then I started
Yeah.
laughing at
Good.
myself because I'm like, I hear how ridiculous this is. And I hear what universe hears when I'm talking and complaining about things as a human. And I hear what my spirit guides hear as I'm talking and complaining things about human. And I'm sure they're like, here she goes again, like she's ridiculous. But when you say some things out loud, I just realized in that moment, like I came out of my body and I was just like, you were literally all in a tizzy over this stupid little thing that like won't matter in a day. You know what I mean? And it was just, but like it just, that frustration became all consuming. And so
Yeah.
talking it out raised my vibration. It got that energy out of my body, but it also
Hmm.
like just made me laugh and realize like how
Yeah.
ridiculous we are as humans sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to hear it out loud to be like, oh, no, this is actually kind of dumb.
Yeah.
You just do. You do.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you look to see if there was a deeper underlying reason for the frustration?
So there was a couple things. One, they were just trying to get my butt out to the park in the sunshine to move my body and walk around because I kept getting that message that I needed to do that, but I hadn't made the time.
Hmm.
So that
Hmm.
was one. And then two, I kind of just gave myself a pep talk.
Hmm.
And so I was like hyping myself up, and I realized as much work as I have done to be in alignment and feel that divine feminine flow of ideas
Hmm.
and energy and all the things,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I still, from my upbringing, hold a little bit of this idea that I need to be productive at all times. You know, it's like that masculine, like hustle,
Hmm. Hmm.
society or whatever, the state that we all have experienced.
Hmm.
And I realized I've released so much of that, but there's still a little bit there because I still have
Hmm.
this belief coming up like, oh, my whole day is ruined because I can't finish this one task on my list. And
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm just up in a tizzy now. And
Yeah.
so it was an opportunity to heal that, but also like just pet myself up like my inner child. I could tell. For some reason, I felt like that frustration was like inner child frustration. I
Yeah.
don't know why. But it just felt like a really good opportunity to be like, hey, I'm really proud of you. Like you're working really
Yeah.
hard. Most
Yeah.
people never even get to this point, and I know that it's not always easy, but I see you doing the work. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. It's
Hmm.
all gonna be worth it. And like
Hmm.
just giving myself like a little inner child healing and a pep talk
Good.
and just getting outside. So, yeah, I didn't get any
Good.
major downloads, but I feel like all of that culminated into what I needed from
Yes.
that one stupid
Yes.
little experience.
And we don't always need to know what the specific reason is, but often a lot of times it's from conditioning or in a like conditioning comes back to our childhood.
Hmm.
And so it's good that you were able to recognize that and then just connect with that inner child and to do what you did was enough
Yeah.
to help her.
Yeah. And I
Just
felt great. Like I looked at, the loop is where I went was around a dog park. So I'm watching the little dogs run around. I'm in the sunshine. I took the
yeah.
nature trail and watched like some butterflies and some bees, like and some
Mhm.
wildflowers. And it was amazing. And I was like, this is
Mhm.
fantastic. This is
Mhm.
exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Because the frustration that I've been working on healing was, I think it was yesterday was really ramped up. I was just feeling frustrated, like with traffic. I mean, and I
Mhm.
knew when I was like getting so mad at the traffic, I'm like, that's a telltale sign for me. I'm like, what's going on? What's that about? Because it shouldn't have bothered me like it did.
Yeah.
But and then that's when all that information came in that I was talking about earlier.
Hmm.
Like, all right.
Add that to my list.
I did my morning dance in the shower ritual and got a lot of it out, so it
Good.
was good.
You're like,
Yeah.
I love to chant sometimes. That's a big thing for
Mm.
me. And sometimes I'm like, wash it down the drain, wash it down the drain.
Right.
It's the silliest things, but I feel like it's breaking up that energy while I'm
Yeah.
chanting and doing all
Yeah.
of it. But yeah.
Yeah, I'll do voice stuff, like, I'll just like, "Ah," whatever, or I'll
Hmm.
sing to the music or whatever, and I'll
Hmm.
feel it releasing to like,
Hmm.
from my body in a different way.
Yeah.
So I feel like vocalizing is also a good way, like,
Mhm.
to release as well as movement, and those
Yeah.
2 things combined, I find for me are really powerful.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that you do that as well. Um, and so I feel like that alone, movement and voice in whatever setting you feel comfortable in to help. release energy, whatever it may be, emotions or a situation or whatever, for everyone can be really helpful
Yeah.
to bring them back into balance.
Yeah.
And it's
And
something, we don't need to pay anyone to do it. We can do it ourselves at home. It's free.
if you hold the belief that you can heal yourself, you can.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't have to be hard. Like it can be
No.
simple. And when I first started doing energy healing, I remember thinking like I would do this stuff and I'm like, that's it. Like that was really easy. Like that was really simple. Are you sure? Like that's it? Because I thought it had to be complicated.
Mm-mm.
And I just did a quick thing and I'm like, huh, that actually worked. Like I can't believe
Right.
something so simple, so easy actually worked
Hmm.
because I held that belief.
Saw something this morning online about Reiki that said, when someone finds out you're a Reiki practitioner, they say, heal me. And it said, I'm not healing you. I'm creating the safe space that your nervous system needs in order for you to heal yourself.
Hmm.
So healing happens when your nervous system feels safe.
Hmm.
And so these techniques that we're talking about is helping our nervous system feel safe
Yeah.
in order to release
Yeah.
and to shift that energy out of our body. And so when you get to a place where you can calm your nervous system yourself, that's when energy healing gets easier and more natural. But I understand that people find it hard in the beginning, and that's where healers are really handy to get you started and moving on
Yeah,
that journey.
for sure.
I did want to talk about is the memberships that I have created. And the reason why I created them was because healing and deep healing happens over time. And
Mm.
it's not something that you can rush, as you know. It's something you need to do when you feel it come up, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel you cannot rush. You have to heal in layers, and some things you have to heal multiple times because they keep
Mhm,
coming up. But
mhm,
yes, I think this is so important because everyone goes at their own speed.
mhm.
Everyone needs different things, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, like you're never fully done.
Mm-mm.
You're
And
not.
everyone's in different places. Some people
Yeah.
are just starting out on their journey, and other people are opening up to their intuition and their gifts.
Yeah.
So everyone needs different things.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's like I don't know who your audience is, like who you serve, but
Mm-hmm.
I kind of have two tiers.
Mm-hmm.
Mine mainly is like very beginners who are
Mm-hmm.
just starting out
Mm-hmm.
because so many people are awakening right now and they are stepping
Mm.
into their gifts and their gifts are opening, their intuition's opening, and a lot of them don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's right. I have four different levels. I have one which is a beginner level one, which is a monthly healing.
Mm-hmm.
I have one where I provide tools like an audio library, meditations, and classes
Mm.
to help them implement and support their journey. And another one to expand intuition and people who are more into their journey already deeper into it. So there's something for everyone.
That's good. And I do
Mhm.
love that because so many people don't realize what they need
Mm.
until you're showing them like here's what's an option, here's what's available out there. And I love that.
Yeah. I think the biggest message for people is that you don't have to do it alone, that there is support out there for
Mhm.
you,
Yeah.
and that we all have people that are drawn to us. All
Yeah.
healers have people that are drawn to their energy, and to find the right one for you, if you need that support and that guidance, then find someone who feels in alignment for you. Trust your intuition, that gut feeling, and yeah, start working with them and find out how they can help you.
Yeah.
Can never
You
hurt to
can do,
inquire.
I love your offerings because it's like you can do as much or as little as you want. Like you can just get, the teaching kind of support or the healing monthly, or you can literally go completely all in for those
Hmm.
people who are like ready to actually do the inner work and like
Yeah.
level up so quickly and heal so quickly. And
Yes.
you have everything for like wherever people are at on their journey, you have
Hmm.
an option, which I really love.
Hmm. Thank you. Yeah. My biggest passion is helping people find their own way to heal themselves,
Mhm.
to guide themselves, and just to open up their own energy and to connect with it and learn how it feels. And that's the purpose
Mhm.
of us doing this as well together, creating these YouTube recordings, is to teach people how to connect and how
Yeah,
to um, like learn things that they need to know about
yeah,
their own energy, because it comes naturally to us and we want other people for it to come naturally to them too.
yeah. Well, and like
Yeah.
you said, the community factor too is so important because I don't even know if you know this or if you remember this, but when I started out on my spiritual journey, I had like two spiritual friends. One of them was our mutual friend, Laura Lee, who
Hmm.
connected us. And then
Hmm.
I became a practitioner at your Soul Connection Summit.
Hmm.
And I was asking Laura Lee a lot of questions because I didn't have anybody spiritual in my life except for her who had
Hmm.
like done this work. And if you know me, I'm very curious and like I deep dove like really quickly because I'm just fascinated by all of it.
Hmm.
And I did not have a spiritual community. And so I was asking her questions, but a lot of it was like stuff she hadn't done or hadn't experienced because she like does a very niche thing.
Hmm.
And so I met you and I was like, hey, and at one point I asked Laura Lee a question. She was like, I don't know, but Nikki might know. And so I was like, okay. And so I reached out to you and I was like, hey, sorry to bother you. I'm like, I had a question and you're so sweet. Like you always answered it. And then it was like a couple days later, I was like, hey, I'm trying this. Do you have any like so
I'm
just
like,
keep
hey,
like
let's
asking
do Marco
questions.
Polo so we can talk like back and
Yes,
forth.
like I just kept asking questions and I was like, I feel like I'm like this annoying sister that like won't go away, but like that is how important community is because you can't learn without somebody like giving you that input and learning like what you don't know so that you can go learn it. And
Hmm.
that's so important. And I was not one of those people who had that. Like I had to really like build my own. And our amazing friendship grew out of that of me being like,
Yeah.
hey, me again. Sorry to bother you, but what do I do here? Have you ever experienced this? It's like, but I really had to like make my own community because I didn't have that. And so to have an
Yeah.
opportunity like this where you are sharing community with people,
Hmm.
you're giving that insight, you're giving them that wisdom to
Hmm.
help them grow is
Hmm.
invaluable because that
Hmm.
is exactly what I needed when I was on my journey 8 years ago starting out. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't have anybody. I don't even know how to Google this. Like, what do I Google?
Right. Sometimes it doesn't show up. It
Yeah,
just
and
doesn't.
you're like
Can't
trying to
find
figure out
it.
how to word things. You're like, I don't know what it's called.
I know.
It was
And
a
actually,
mess.
in my top level membership, I actually have where people the client can have access to me, where I
Mm,
will communicate with them and answer questions
mhm.
like we did. Um,
Yeah,
and so yeah, to give that support when they need it on a daily basis if
yeah.
it comes to that. So
It literally like I think that was the one thing that helped me like really become an energy healer was like just like having that wisdom, just having somebody to like ask and like learn from or be like share like hey you should read this book like I think you would love it you'd get a lot out of it that kind of stuff
yeah,
is literally priceless
yeah.
priceless
Mm-hmm.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah.
How do I sign up? Where do I join?
Text me and I'll send you the link.
Okay, perfect. We're also going to link it below
Yep. Yep. Yep.
so that everyone can join because there's just so much
Mhm.
good stuff in here. And I can
Yeah.
personally attest that you are an absolute wealth of knowledge.
Thank
And
you.
I've done many of your workshops and many of your
Mhm,
certifications, and I
mhm.
always love learning from you. And
Oh,
so
good.
I love the pace that you go is really
Mhm,
good for
mhm,
everybody.
mhm.
And yeah, you just always have so much good insight and so much good stuff. And even if you're speaking on a topic that I know about, I always still learn something.
Oh, that's really good to know.
Always.
Thank you,
So
lovely. That's
I'm
so
so
good. I'm
proud of
so
you.
glad. Oh,
And we
thank
will
you.
link your membership down below, and that way
Yep.
everybody can join
Mhm.
that
Yes.
this resonates with, and they
Yeah.
can get in proximity with you and get in the right place to step
Yes.
into their fullest power.
Yes. Well, I just love what I get to do every day. It's such
Yeah.
a blessing to be able to I just love it. I can't get enough of it. I
Yeah.
just I love talking about spiritual stuff. So whenever you ask me a question, I'm like, I love this stuff. And I learn as much from you too, because the questions you ask, I then like the information comes in, I channel it. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. 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 Well, and I feel like now with our dynamic, like we both get a lot of downloads when we're
For each
having
other.
conversations for
Yeah.
each other, and then like
Yeah.
stuff, like stuff
Yeah.
also for ourselves. And we'll be like, huh, like we'll stop and be like,
That's for
huh,
me.
putting some things, you're like, I never thought
Those
about
are
that
Kat's
before.
question, but that's for me.
Sorry, just got everything I was needing in life here in the last
Right.
30 seconds.
Oh, it's funny how that happens, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
It's great.
sometimes I'll be doing a healing session and they'll
Mhm.
come in and tell me, "Hey, you need to work on this for you." I'm like, "Okay."
Kind of busy right now.
They're like, "This relates to you too. This is like for you to work on later."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Okay."
Yeah. I get that too. I'll be doing healing and then it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, you have this too that you also need to get out for yourself. And you're like, oh,
Right.
okay.
How
Add that to
funny.
my list.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that happens to.
Oh no, I do. Yeah, for sure.
And they'll always remind me later because I'll forget. It's
Oh,
like,
that's,
"Hey,
oh
remember
yeah. I
remember
will
that?"
literally, so how I use my highest self as my personal assistant, I'll
Mm.
be like, sister, can you remind me tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Just like I do Siri. Like,
That's good.
can you remind me tomorrow at 10 a.m.? Because I'm in the middle of something right now and it's not a good time.
Yeah.
So remind me tomorrow and I'll come back to it and I'll do it. And it works. It works
Mhm,
every time.
mhm.
So
It does, doesn't it?
yeah.
I'm like, "Remind me when I sit down at my computer," because that's when I'm actually in work
Mm.
mode. So I'm like,
Mhm.
"Remind me when I'm at my computer," and then I'll make a note of it if I don't get to it, like, right then. But,
Yeah, that's smart.
mm, it's interesting how you can do that,
Hmm.
isn't it, with our spirit teams? It's
Yeah.
just, like, fascinating that you can
Yeah.
just say, "Hey." I love it. There's so much at our disposal that we don't even think about. Like, you don't even think that you could do that, right? And then you do
Hmm.
it, and they're like, "Oh, wow, that's amazing. That works."
What else do I not know?
So much. That's why that conversation with your higher self today was so fascinating. Like,
Mhm.
seriously, she's
I'm
just
excited to go back and hear it.
yeah,
Hear what came out.
I know. Me too. I'm gonna have to listen again because I was just like so blown away. And I was like, oh wow, oh
There
wow.
was a couple things she said, and I was like, "Ooh, that's good. Need to listen to that."
Oh, oh
Fascinating.
dear. Yeah, it is.
Well, should we sign off?
Yes. We
Okay.
can
Well, we
okay.
will post this and put all the
Yes.
links down below, and we will see you guys in the next one. And I'm
Yes. I hope
excited to see
you
what we
enjoyed
talk
it.
about next time.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.